Good morning, everybody. Just starting off this video like we do every video, walking out of our cozy little home here on the farm. Welcome back to Go Dad Farming. As always, we are on Farming Simulator 25, and today we don't really have a whole lot to do on the farm. We have to collect a bunch of these bales just so this way they're out of the way for the next grass harvest, and then most of today is going to be about just making a little extra cash so this way we can sort of work towards our goal of getting a few more fields on the farm. The more fields we have, the more money we're going to be able to bring in, so that's going to be our goal. Now we do have the mushrooms that are growing inside the greenhouse. However, that's going to be a little bit slower of a process, so we're just kind of waiting for those, honestly. The thought has crossed my mind to buy a few more greenhouses. However, that does cost money, which is something we don't have. We do have a about $30,000 in debt to the bank right now, so we need to worry about getting that paid off first and foremost, and then we will worry about everything else. So first things first, I'm going to grab this bale trailer, and then we will head on over to the large field across the street, and we're going to grab all those bales. We're going to have to find somewhere to store these. I'm thinking we're just going to store them right here behind the greenhouse, just for now. We're not going to sell them yet. We are going to wait until either the prices go up or we absolutely need to sell them. So that's the plan right now anyway. Alright, time to pick up our first bale. This bale trailer is absolutely going to pay for itself. Picking up these bales typically would have taken me probably an entire day with just the front loader attachment, so I'm pretty happy with this purchase, even though it did set us back a little bit. It'll pay for itself. It'll be worth it in the long run, so we just have to always remember that. As I'm picking up all these bales, I'm kind of feeling... Whoa, I hit something. I'm kind of feeling like maybe holding on to them isn't the right move. Maybe we should just sell them and try to get a really quick profit, and sort of get closer to the goal of buying our field. I'm not really certain just yet. Just seeing the sheer amount of bales we have out here, if it's anything like FS22, we could probably sell these for about $25,000 per trailer, even at the low price. So it might be worth selling them. I love when I make a plan and I just kind of change it on the fly when you guys are watching. It's kind of humorous to me because I tell you guys one thing and then, a minute and a half later into the video, I decide something else. So I'm not sure. I'm going to take a look at the prices and kind of try to make a decision here before I even drop these off at the other field. Okay, so I just looked at the prices. They're really not that far off from the high. So I think we're just going to sell them. I know that goes against everything I just said in the opening of this video, but that's something you guys are going to have to learn about me. I make very rash decisions. I change my mind quite a bit, so sometimes our plan doesn't always come to fruition. Now, I'm going to leave these bales here in the trailer. They're only about 85% fermented, so we're going to leave them here for a few. And by the time we come back to deal with these, they're going to be 100% fermented, turned into silage, and we're going to go and make a boatload of money. And what we're going to do with that money, we're going to flip it, and we're probably going to end up buying either more greenhouses or another field. So that's another thing we have to decide. Do we want to go with greenhouses or more silage fields for now? We're going to have to decide. I'm thinking that the grass fields that we could turn into silage might be worth a little more money to us a little more quickly. So we might just go that route. Another cool thing right now is our rice fields are really coming along nicely. They're starting to mature a little bit. They're about 66% full of water. I just went over and checked, and everything's going smooth with them, so I'm really liking that. So as we mentioned, kind of fast tracking here. I did just set up a contract to be done on field 77 down at the south end of the map. So I think what's going to happen is I think we're going to set our worker up to do this contract while we go ahead and take another contract, because there's two contracts I really like. This one I think was about $9,000, and the next one is about, I think it's $7,000. I could be wrong on these prices, but they're pretty high. They're contracts you definitely don't want to miss out on. The only bad part about that is they're contracts that are also going to take some time. So we just have to be careful with how we're utilizing the time. Try to only utilize one or maybe two workers at a time as well. I don't want to I don't want to take advantage of the contract system at all, but these are contracts we're definitely going to need to kind of keep us afloat and keep us rolling here. All right, our worker is off. He is ready to work, and he's just out here kind of doing donuts. Oh, he's putting a tool down, and he's going. Okay, perfect. Glad to see that worked. I was worried he was just going to do donuts for the entire time. That would have sucked. I'm certainly not going to walk back to the farm. I'm going to teleport, guys. Come on. All right, so we're back at the farm right now, but I just want to show you guys these contracts. This contract is worth $8,800. I didn't want to miss out on that. I think it's a good contract, even if we do have to pay the worker, obviously. Now, there's another contract, and man, there are a lot of contracts out right now. There's baling contracts. Everybody's busy on their farms. Everybody needs work done, and here we are. So we could do a wood transport contract. Nope. So I wanted to do this one. It's a weeding contract, $9,600. That's a really good chunk of money. We actually could take this contract money when we complete it and purchase another small greenhouse if we wanted. So that's also an option. Or we, like I said, we could just keep working towards buying another field. All right, over here at Axles, another reason for wanting to do this contract is the farmer actually had already rented the equipment, and this equipment was just too cool to pass up. I mean, this tractor is kind of like driving a tank. It's pretty awesome. I'm actually pretty excited to try this one out. I've never driven this before, so I've also never used this tool before. It is massive, so I'm kind of interested to see how well this tractor pulls this tool across that land. This implement is just absolutely gigantic. Oh, I missed my turn. This implement's huge, guys. I've already hit a telephone pole. This thing turns in all wonky kind of weird ways. This is definitely not for beginners. I will say that, which I guess could classify me as a beginner, maybe. I'm not sure. But regardless, I'm sure I'm not done hitting things. It is a bit of a long drive to this contract too, so I'm just hoping nothing goes super bad here with this thing, the way this trailer handles and the way the tractor handles. It's kind of touchy, honestly. Of course. What happened there? Did that truck just hit us? I'm not sure what I just hit. I hit something, but odd. That's one thing I've noticed. I don't know. Maybe I hit something. I guess tell me in the comments, did I just hit something? I don't think I did. Am I missing something here? One thing I did notice though, a lot of times it will act like I hit something, but I don't really see anything that I hit. So I don't know if there's issues with the ground or invisible walls or what. I don't know. Maybe I did hit something. I'll have to go back and look. Just judging like how poorly this tractor is going up this hill. If I was a betting man, I would bet that this tractor's not gonna pull this tool very well across this land. That's just me though. I could be very wrong. Obviously, I've been wrong many times in these videos, but my opinion is it's not gonna work too well. All right, so I just made it to the field. As you can see, we are pulling this implement across the field, and honestly, it's pulling okay. It's going a little slow, but this field isn't too terribly huge, so with something as big as this, it shouldn't take too long for us to complete. So that's honestly really great news for us. And that is done. Both contracts look like they completed at about the same time, just about at least. So we're gonna go ahead and take this back, and then I will meet up with you guys, and we will see what's on the list next. We definitely want to check on those silage bales. I don't think they'll be ready yet, but we will check on them because the sooner we could sell those, the sooner we're gonna be able to kind of make a little progression here today. Just got back to the farm, and my brain has been working overtime to try and figure out what we're gonna do next. So right now, I'm gonna buy another greenhouse. I think we're gonna go with mushrooms once again. We're gonna get that all situated. That'll put us down $2,000 from where we started today. However, we will be able to produce a little bit more on the mushroom side of things, and this way it sort of makes it a little more worth it in my opinion. We're still waiting on these silage bales to ferment, but they're close. They're getting there. It's just gonna take time, guys. We might have to sleep overnight and then come back and sell them all. But regardless, let's get this greenhouse set up and go from there. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. It is now July 1st. We went ahead and took a little nap overnight just to see how things would progress. We did end up adding another greenhouse facility for mushrooms, so we should have double the production now, which honestly should really help us in making a little more money a little bit quicker down the road here. But right now, just making sure that those are full of water. Now these silage bales, they're ready to go, so we're gonna take these over. We're gonna get them all sold up, make a little money, and we should be up pretty large on today. Now I did look at the prices, and honestly, they were a little higher than their highest point that they usually are, so we are going to just sell them off. I know our original plan was to hold them, but if we could sell them even close to the high point, we may as well, so this way we have the capital. We could spend it on more fields. I'm thinking about buying another grass field somewhere. I'm not sure if there's one near us. If there's not, we might have to harvest something and then plant the grass or what have you, but we're going to buy a field as soon as we can. So that's another thing too. I say as soon as we can because I'm not really certain that we can even afford all these fields. They're pretty expensive around here, so we're just gonna have to look and see what we can find. So we're just gonna drive these over to the animal dealer, get them sold off. Now we're probably going to be looking at 2 to 4 trips with this trailer still, so we have quite a bit of bales, which is pretty awesome for us, honestly. I was not expecting to get this many bales out of either of those fields, so we're pretty lucky in the fact that we're gonna make out really well here when we sell these things. I'm hoping that we get about $20,000 to $26,000 out of each trailer. If we don't get that, then I sorely miscalculated and I have to go back to the drawing board on the silage. And we have arrived at the animal dealer. So let's, I believe I just tipped this thing up. Alright, give me some money. Let's go. Alright, there's 11, 14. Why is it selling them like that? 11, 13, 15, 17. So about 16,000. That's not nearly what I thought it'd be. Yeah, that's not really good, guys. I'm not a fan of the price there. The thing is, the price on them is, I mean, it's $5 higher than the high point that the graph's showing. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe I didn't really count the bales beforehand. I know on the old trailer we got about 26 bales per trailer, so I'm not even quite certain what this holds. Surely it can't be the same amount, so it's got to be far less. Well, maybe 4 or 5 bales less. I don't know. I guess that seems about right. I was kind of banking on getting a little more than that out of those fields. We'll just have to see how many trailers we can get, but regardless, we're already in it, so we're gonna keep selling them. Gosh, this trailer is just so nice to pick up bales with. Compared to using the front loader to pick up bales, I mean, that's a complete nightmare. But this is really smooth. It's quick. It's easy. I really like it. I'm glad we spent the money on this. I know I've said that a couple times now in this video, but just gonna pound that point home. This was a great buy for us. We're all loaded up. I'm just going to across the street here and check. I just want to see if these bales over here are ready to be sold. They should be by this point, so if they are, I'm going to pick up one more bale and then we will head on back to the animal dealer and get everything sold. Looks like these trailers hold 24 bales, so I'm still not sure. Oh, it's not ready. So these aren't ready yet, so they have a little more time. And obviously that's fine. I thought they would be ready, but we did cut those a day later than the ones in the big field, so that's all right. We will sell these and then we'll go back to the farm. I kind of feel like I'm just living the life of a farmer at this point, you know, running to the animal dealer, then complaining about not getting what I thought that my crop or my product was worth. That's kind of the story of the farmer, right? I mean, that's what happens in real life. They think they're gonna make money, and then suddenly, look at that, they don't make as much as they thought they would. So, unfortunate. Made it to the dealer. Just gonna unload these bales here. Got 16 plus another 1,500. Not as much as we thought or as much as we were hoping for to get out of all those bales. However, we do still have that small field remaining. What's going on with my trailer here? There we go. We do still have that small field remaining. We are up about $40,000 from what we started with today. Well, let's say about $32,000 from what we started with today. So, oh no. Jeez, I didn't see him coming. I guess I need to pay attention a little better. Imagine if this had realistic damage models or something like that. My tractor would be toast. He just T-boned me. Well, whoa! Are you... Alright. The kamikaze AI driving around these maps. Kind of ridiculous if you ask me. At this point, our goal shouldn't be making money. It should just be making it home safe every time we leave the dang farm. Alright guys, so I made it back to the farm. We do have some options to consider here, or maybe just some things to debate. I'd like to hear your feedback in the comments today, if at all possible. I would like to know if you guys think we should buy a field, right? Obviously, that's our number one goal. We want to buy a field so we can make a little more money. However, if we are unable to buy a field, should we hold off until we can buy a field, or do we put a small little cattle area here and try to make money that way? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, if possible, because I'm really not sure which way my mind's thinking. My initial thought is to buy a field, but honestly, I don't think we're going to have enough money even after we sell these bales to buy a field. You know, just kind of looking around. Field 8, 197. Farmland 9, this is 119, 185, 225. All of these fields are so much money. That's a huge piece of land. I would love to have that land with all the trees and everything on it. But even these smaller ones up here, 143, 170, 206, 105. This one's 48. We could buy that, but I mean that's a little bit out of the way. There's not really much land there. So that's an option as well. That's not an option. I mean, so we have the option of that one field, field 14, we could buy. It's right next to the town, but it is a little bit out of the way from the rest of our stuff. So that's just something we're gonna have to consider while we're thinking about this. Well, we've got to turn our pumps back on. Water level's getting too low, so we're gonna turn these things back on. Make sure we don't damage our crops, which is no big deal right now. It's pretty easy to turn these things on and off. I guess the idea is just you got to check them every single day. You can't rotate your days without checking on your crops. So that's definitely interesting the way they did that. I guess it's pretty realistic. I would assume you're always checking your crops, but I can definitely see for me how it would be easy to just kind of forget about that. So just something we have to keep in mind. So all these bales are ready to be taken over to the animal dealer and be sold. So that's good news for us. It should put another 18,000 or so in our pocket, depending on whether or not this is going to be a full trailer. I'm not really sure. I don't think there's 24 here, so it might actually be $13,000 to $15,000. But either way, it's going to be enough money for us to be happy with, I think. On my way back over to the animal dealer now. We are certainly going back and forth quite a bit today, but that's okay. Some days on the farm are just going to be this way. It's going to be a lot more driving back and forth, getting rid of our product, making some money. Some days are going to be harvesting. Some days are going to be planting and field prep. So we're going to have a little bit of everything here, and today's just one of those days where there's a lot of transportation back and forth. So that wasn't quite a full trailer, so we only got $13,600, but honestly, that's okay. So we went from about $28,000 when we started this video to $76,000. That's a huge gain for the entire day. A little more good news about doing the silage this way. Yes, we sold it, and yes, we didn't make quite what we wanted, but one thing we always have to look forward to is when we get back to the farm, we can look at that field and we could just know in our hearts that it's going to grow again. And by this time next video, whoa, what is going on here? By this time in the next video, we're going to be harvesting more grass and turning it into silage again, and we'll make another $40,000 off of it. So any way you look at it, there's always going to be money coming in as long as you have a grass field. So that's the good news. With that said, being the weekend, it is going to be a short one today, guys. I just wanted to get all those bales sold off. Wanted to do a couple things on the farm, which we did. We made a lot of headway with money and such, so definitely look forward to the next one. We're going to have a lot to do on the next one between harvesting this grass field. We might even get close or into harvesting these rice fields because harvest season will be coming up soon on these. So just got to keep an eye on that. We're getting pretty excited to get to doing the rice. I'm not sure how this all works harvesting it, but I do know we do definitely have the equipment. So definitely looking forward to that. The grass should be ready to harvest. We're going to have more mushrooms over here to maybe move around. We're going to have to figure out where to store these pallets. I'm not sure if we'll store them outside or inside, but we're going to have to figure that out. Regardless, I've had a ton of support since I started this channel just a little over 2 weeks ago, and I really appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the likes on the videos. The comments on the videos are great, and honestly, all the subscribers that I've gained in the past couple weeks. It's been really great. I really appreciate that. So if you like the content, definitely give the videos a like. And if you choose to, subscribe. I appreciate all the support I get. We're going to do some really cool things in the future with subscribers and everything else. So looking forward to it. As always, this was GoDad Farming on Farming Simulator 25. I hope you guys have a good day. Adios.